Welcome back to the KO Show. Sebastian Michael, featuring Wale. Last night, I got several requests for that song to play that song before, and I only played it once. No, twice. I think I played it. I only played it twice because you guys, when you listen to the show and you listen to the recordings of the show afterwards, you guys like to go to feed.com, and when you do listen to the show, you like to make requests of songs that I should have got Sebastian Michael on a couple times. But again, if you want to listen to shows that's been recorded before, you can go to feed.com. And once you sign up to feed.com, in the search bar, just type in the KO Show, and you can again listen to previous shows that were recorded that's up on that website. So, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, December 16th, I had a young man sitting in this studio, and he's the author of this book that's been just phenomenal, especially on the Instagram level. I don't know how it's moving actually on Facebook, because I don't hardly be on Facebook, but I got to change that, and I also got to get on Twitter as often as I should. But other than that, this young man is a bright author. I see a lot of good things happening for this young man right now, and he's back again to join me and Kareem today on the KO Show, and he is author of the book Dear Women I Haven't Slept With, and his name is Bryant Buntin, again in the studio. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you for having me again.
It's a pleasure to have you, because after the last show that you were on, there were women who was like, yo, I missed the show, that's messed up, you gotta have him back on the show. So I'm hoping now that they are listening, because I know with a lot of questions that they may have, hopefully they'll text or they'll phone in, and
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
We could definitely talk about a lot. And I wanted to ask you, from the last time since you were on the show, how have you been received now, just from like some of the listeners and some of the people like on the social media level?
Yeah, I feel like a prophet, man.
See, that's what's up. People have been hitting you up and all that, right?
Yeah, I'm like spitting the gospel, and people are like they take into it, so I definitely appreciate that.
I gotta ask Kareem a question. Kareem, have you all seen some of the stuff I posted on Instagram? It was like in red and white.
Yeah.
That's from this young man's book right here.
From his book? Oh.
Yeah. He definitely been spitting the real, like he said, and it's been met, like I said, with a lot of questions, a whole lot of questions. What are some of the things that's been happening, like social media wise, and again, since your last visit here on the show?
I mean, just acknowledgement and recognition. It seems like more people are becoming aware, through social media. It's more so, it's like multi-level marketing. It's like tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and so it's really getting big, and it's something of substance, and people like it. People like the quotes, especially the fact that I'm non-biased. Like,
right.
Sometimes I address the men, sometimes I address the ladies, and I'm just keeping it 100 at all times.
But what I think is so brilliant again about it is the stuff that you do post on Instagram. You say it's related to the book. It's not exactly in the book.
Yeah.
So again, for those that's listening for the very first time, what exactly is the book about? And if you can, please say the title of the book.
All right. So the title of the book is Dear Women I Haven't Slept With. It is a fiction novel based loosely off of my life and the experience of all the people around me. The book is about the main character he's a blogger, and he's a radio host about relationships, and so his whole role was to pretty much give people advice about relationships, living a perfect life, whatever, married man, till he comes home one day, finds his wife cheating on him, and so he's going through a divorce, and so now it's like, all right, you're giving all these people this advice. And it's like, now you got to talk it like you live it, because it's easy to give people advice, but it's hard to follow your own advice. So that's why on the book it says before you can teach, you must practice what you preach.
Right.
And so that's basically what the book's about.
Now, I know women have hit me up and said, yo, I got to get that book, because some of the stuff that you've been posting on Instagram, it just seems like it's real interesting. Have people been approaching you in the street about it?
Not really. I mean, people that know me, yeah.
Right. Okay.
But they're asking different questions. They're more so like, they're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't prove it, but I know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, because it's very relatable, like you said, for both men and women. It's very relatable, and you're not biased to just men. You know, again, you're gearing it towards men and women, which is an interesting thing. And with that being said, like I always do, I'm gonna go back to Instagram, to one of the quotes that you put up on Instagram, and this one says, "If you let me develop a separate relationship with your homegirls, you have opened up Pandora's box." Like, how crazy is that? Like, that is like so true. But I mean, you can develop a relationship in two different ways. You can either be crying to them about what your girl's not doing, or if you do cry to them about what your girl's not doing, then it can actually open up opportunity for them to, you know, jump in and see what's up with you and that individual. Or am I reading it wrong?
Nah, you're reading it right. I mean, it's, you know, even as men, if you even reverse the situation, it's like my main girl shouldn't have any type of friendship with my friends outside of me.
Right.
Like, she shouldn't feel comfortable going to my friends talking about anything, especially pertaining to our relationship. And my friends shouldn't be comfortable entertaining that. You know, so for example, I'm dating a girl, and you know, I become close with her friend, and then we establish a relationship to the point where me and her are friends without you. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, her loyalty is going to be tested to you, and that's not my fault. Mm-hmm. You know, because she's getting to know me outside of you, so now she's able to see for herself. In most situations, people break up. The friend is siding with their friend no matter what. But
right.
when you have a situation when they know both people,
right,
it may change. So now, because I'm friends with her, me and you get into an incident, she might not take your side. She might take my side.
Exactly.
She might even have an interior motive.
Now, what's the limit on the friendship? Should it just be like a high and by friendship?
It doesn't have to be high or by, but the friendship needs to be one that terminates when the relationship terminates.
Period. No matter what the feelings are.
Yeah, like, I'm only your friend because you're dealing with my homegirl. You know,
right.
Like, for example, I got homegirls that I'm cool with now, and I'm only friends with their man simply because they're with them. But as soon as they break up with their man, I'm not friends with dude. I might see him in the street and give him a head nod, but other than that, we're not having a conversation.
Not even a small, yo, how she's doing, nothing like that.
None of that.
You just move on and that's it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
That's that knowledge, man.
Get involved with all of that.
Yeah, some people just tend to get a little too close. Yeah. Too close. Someone that's listening want to know, do we have kids in the studio?
Oh yeah, my son is here with me.
Okay,
hanging out with Dad.
Yes, we're not going to reveal his name; he's too young. But that's what we're going to say. Yeah, his son is in the studio with us today. Let me actually get to another one here that you had posted. This one says, "Ever wonder why most relationship experts are single? Why is that?"
Because they're not big as experts as people think they are. That's basically it.
It's like Dr. Melfi on The Sopranos. That was Tony's psychiatrist. She needed to see a psychiatrist because she needed help as well.
Yeah.
You find that that's often happening all the time. Relationship experts are like mostly single because I watch what is it, The Millionaire Matchmaker? Mm-hmm. Patty. She's in a relationship now, but she's been single for a long time. So yeah, I guess it is true.
I mean, you can look at it in two ways. You can look at it like they know better and they're probably waiting for somebody to come along that suits them, or maybe they just have bad luck. You can look at it either way.
Yeah. Right.
So, like, I don't consider myself a relationship expert. Let me make that clear. I am not a relationship expert.
Right.
You know, I can't tell you how to improve your relationship. I could just tell you what works for me, but more importantly, I can tell you what doesn't work for me.
Right.
You know, we learn through trial and error. I always say you don't have to make the mistakes yourself. You could watch the mistakes of others and do better.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a friend who sits back and watches the mistakes of others, but he's scared to attempt to make any moves on his own. How do you handle that?
As far as what move?
Well, for example, his girl wanted him to move in, and he was like, no, because you can turn around and get mad at me and put me out. And he was like you, Kay, I don't want to get into a situation like you where you get put out.
But hold on, he told her that? Like, he literally told her
he
that?
He didn't literally tell her that. He was just like, nah, let's wait it out and see how things work.
All right, I mean, it's a smart move as long as he's not telling her that.
Yeah.
He got to keep that to himself.
But he told her in different ways. He still hasn't moved in yet, and I don't think he is going to move in.
Maybe he has his reasons. I mean,
Yeah, he see what everybody else goes through.
Yeah.
And his thing is, I have mine, you have yours. That way, when you put me out, I still have mine. So,
yeah, you gotta plan that out, because women are like that sometimes, especially if they're the head of the household. Man, that's like the worst situation to be in, dealing with a woman who's the head of the household. And it was something else I wanted to bring up too, like in one of the quotes I put about, it's hard for a woman to allow a man to be head of the household when she makes more than her.
You ain't never lying about that.
The biggest struggle ever. Women be like, money don't matter. Yeah, it do matter, because you be like, nigga, this is my house.
Yeah.
Get out.
Especially if the guy's going through something, he's trying to get on his feet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard, and I'll say this. Like, I have my biases toward it, but I would never date a woman that made more money than me. Ever.
Only because of the control issue.
Yeah, only because of the control issue. It really has nothing to do with the actual money. It's the symbolism of it.
Right.
It's the power struggle. Like, it's very few women that can have that power and still manage to be a woman, in the sense that this is my man, I know my role in a relationship.
Right.
Money changes everything. People think they can buy this type of power. They can buy domination in a relationship. It happens all the time.
Have you ever been in a relationship like that?
Yeah, I dealt with a chick that was making a lot of money. She was like a six-figure executive type. She was cool though, because she was like Susie Homemaker, so she was cool. I got lucky on that situation, but most situations from my friends, what I see, it don't go down like that. They live in a house and they get sucked in, because you get this woman in the beginning, she has all this money, she's so nice, she tricking on you, she buying you this.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just signed your life away. You don't even know it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know it. So
so eventually it does turn out bad. So no man should do it at all whatsoever.
It's not that you shouldn't do it. You just need to understand what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
Like, how can I put it? You gotta dudes that okay with letting a woman take care of them. All right. You got dudes that'll be in the crib all day and the woman work. Play PlayStation and do whatever, and the woman don't say nothing. Why? Because he found the angle. He said, yo, listen, I ain't about this and that. I might not have as much money as her, but you know what? I can knock it down. You know what I'm saying? I can knock it down, So he's saying I'm hitting it right. Like, girls be saying, they be like, I'll be messing with this broke dude and I can't get rid of him because he knock it down right.
You think that'll make a woman keep him all the time, no matter what?
Not all the time, but most women.
Most of women.
Yeah.
Now what if the man is going out to work, though? He's still knocking it down. He's going out to work, but she's still bringing in more than him. Can it still be an issue? He's trying to do the best he can to help out, but, of course, she's that six-figure salary female. And, he's that 5-figure, and, he's doing the best he can. That's it.
I mean, what's going to happen is that, the salary difference,
right.
It's definitely going to be a factor. Maybe not in the beginning, but
right.
Let's face it, when you're dealing with a woman that has a lifestyle, you got to be able to maintain upkeep for her lifestyle. She's a Saks Fifth Avenue type chick. You don't have that type of money, like.
Eventually, it's going to go down some way or another, even if he is hitting it right and keeping her satisfied.
If he's hitting it right, you can get away with it. You can get a pass.
Really?
Right.
I gotta give that a shot.
Gigolo, man. There's a lot of work for everybody, man. They call them gigolos, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into it too. Go ahead.
What about, Brian, if you with somebody, for a minute, and they eventually get successful, like y'all started off in a relationship where y'all making average, and then she get like a couple promotions, and then now the promotions turn to 3 to 6 figure numbers, and you still, like in the, how would that change? Because you already developed a relationship with her prior to that.
Yeah, I think that's where two people really need to have a discussion. I think as a man, you just need to, first of all, you should, if that's your woman, like, it's like you started from the bottom, now we're here. You need to be happy for her, and be proud of her. But at the same time, you just need to have an honest conversation with her about what the role is going to be as far as, in a relationship, because now she's making all of this money. But that's a little bit different, because there's a loyalty component that's there already.
Right.
You've been with each other. It's like you started together.
Yeah.
It's not like you got with her and she was making 6 figures. It's like you started together.
So the rules already established, so it shouldn't change. If she true to herself, it shouldn't really change.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. Women are more loyal than men in those type of aspects. A woman will stay with you if she makes more money than you when she started from the bottom with you. A man, not so likely. We might stay with you, but we're gonna try to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to upgrade.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Who has done that? A celebrity? Didn't a celebrity do that? I could be wrong. Allegedly, didn't D'Angelo do that with Angie Stone? She was with him in the beginning as he was starting up, and
Yeah.
as soon as he started, wearing his leather pants and no shirt, he just moved forward, and that was that.
Yeah,
Actually, the songs that she was making,